Tank and Ryan.
Good fight.
Yeah, who wins? What do you think wins?
You gotta say Tank, but it's gonna. I say Tank.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be a good fight.
Yeah, does it go all 12 rounds?
Huh?
Does it go all 12 rounds?
I don't think so 12, but it could.
Tank got his followers from kicking. Ryan Garcia got his followers from YouTubers. There's a difference. So you want to be a YouTuber or you want to be a fighter? Tank is a fighter.
It's a good fight for boxing. It's a good fight for boxing.
Who wins between Tank and Ryan?
I think Tank has more experience. That's what I think, but you know, in boxing, you never know.
May the best man win. That's all I can say. May the best man win. Whoever wins deserves it.
You fought Tank last. Is there anything in particular that Ryan has to look forward to with his skill set versus Tank on fight night?
Tank tricky, Ryan tricky. They're both fast as shit. So, like I said, may the best man win. It's gonna be an entertaining fight. Y'all better tune in for them on April 22nd, and then tune in on me May 13th.
Does Ryan Garcia have the power to knock Tank out?
They both got power to knock each other out.
Rolly?
They both knock each other out at the same time.
So you're predicting a double knockout?
I think Davis will win. I think because he's more aggressive, and he always fighting with the biggest guy and highest guy. So I hope he will be ready for Ryan Garcia. But you know, everybody knows Ryan Garcia can make only one shot. It's right, left, it's left hook. That's it. So I think his team and he prepared for this.
What do you make of the dehydration clause that Gervonta asked for Ryan Garcia? It's a 10-pound hydration clause. Sorry.
So it's one more thing why Gervonta Davis can beat him.
So you think all that's going to be beneficial for Gervonta? Obviously, right? It's going to matter in the fight.
I think so, yeah, because Ryan Garcia is very big for 135.
It's a good fight, to be honest. It's a 50-50 fight. You're going to see a lot of people mentioning 50-50. Some are going to side with Tank because they have to, because their boss is telling them. I think that these both guys are going to be, it's going to be a great fight. You got speed, you have speed and power, you have speed and ring IQ. It's going to all mesh in together at the right time. And whoever wins, honestly, it's a win-win no matter what, win or lose, because this is what the fans want.
With Ryan has to get out and get an early lead, use his long range to keep Tank at bay, use his sharp straight punch to keep Tank outside. And see, can he possibly catch Tank with a good one early, or see, can he influence, inflict some damage on Tank? See, can he get him a cut, or see, can he get something like that? He can't let Tank stay fresh. Tank, on the other hand, has to be able to stay fresh and conserve itself during the early onslaught by Garcia. If he can get Garcia past round 4 or 5, it's going to be better for him because Garcia is a lot taller, Garcia is longer. So the early rounds going to point towards Garcia. Now this Tank can catch him between something. But if he can't, then he just got to make sure he keeps himself intact for that first half of the fight so that he can try to dominate the last half of the fight. That's what I think key to victory for both guys are.
Roy, do you think that Ryan has the power to actually gain Tank's respect?
Without a question. If Tank, he should already have Tank's respect, and if he don't, then that could be a dangerous thing for Tank too, because you can never underestimate Ryan's power. Ryan is sharp, he's quick, and he has very good fast twitch muscles. So Ryan can really punch.
Tank's not going to fight Ryan how he fought Hector at all. He's not going to fight him that way. So you can't really base your opinion on that fight, you know. And Ryan's not going to fight the way he fought in his previous fights against Tank. You know, I think it's going to be very competitive in the beginning, but as the fight unfolds and as the rounds go on, I think Tank is going to close his distance and start touching on Ryan and get the job done. Yeah, I'm close with both. You know, I'm close with Ryan, but I'm more, you know, close with Tank. But, you know, I got love for both of them. But, you know, I just think Tank just got what it take to beat them all at that weight, honestly.
Yeah, I think a big question is like how both are going to handle each other's power. And we know at this point that Tank pretty sure has special power, just given he's knocked out bigger guys than him. Barrios, for instance. But I think that's a big question everybody has. Like, how are each going to react to getting like, a good one on each other?
If it's still if one land, because Tank got the defense to where he ain't gotta let Ryan hit him. I mean, he's really that talented to where he got that defense to where he don't gotta let Ryan hit him. And I just see Tank touching Ryan. And if anybody know, Ryan always get hit with straight left hands all the time. And if Tank land that left hand like that, it might be good night, Irene.
Good night,
but
Irene.
But Ryan's a hell of a fighter. He got the heart of a lion, and he gonna keep fighting. So Tank gonna have to put him out, but Ryan's gonna keep scratching. Ryan's gonna keep fighting for sure.
No way it goes 12. Do we see 2 of these fights, 3 of these fights?
Man, these are two elite fighters at their prime, man. Of course it can go to 12, and there's a big probability that it don't go to 12. But I'm favoring Tank a lot in this fight.
You gotta favor Tank going into this fight, period. But I don't think it's not a fight that any man can come in and just it's not a guaranteed win for nobody. Ryan has power, he has speed, and I think it's a great fight, man. It's gonna be worth the pay-per-view buy and the price of admission for sure.
No, I really got Tank, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, we never know in boxing. Boxing is a sport like that. Okay.
Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome.
You think he knocks him out?
Good luck with everything.
No problem. Thank you.
You think he knocks him out?
Yeah, I think he knocked him out. Yeah.
What round you think?
Maybe 7.
7?
Maybe if it go past 4 rounds, then it's over.
It's over?
Yeah, like for Ryan. I think Ryan has to knock him out early to win the fight.
Yeah, I got a 50-50. I think that that Tank is the more experienced and maybe even more polished and have more ring generalship or whatever. Strong, his hard, but the problem I think that Tank runs into is the height of Ryan Garcia and his left hook. They both throw with left hands. So, me and both said that they both, it's who's gonna land the left hand first. Is it gonna be Ryan with the fast left hand, or is it gonna be Tank with his counter left? So you want to say, do they gotta like move around a little bit? Is Ryan gonna throw the jab and the right hand, then left hook, or what's gonna happen? So we want to see. I tend to think that Ryan being a little bit bigger and tall has the advantage, but I just don't know. I think it's 50-50.
So wait, I'll get to you right now, Bones. Who usually does then land the left when it's a southpaw against an orthodox and the orthodox taller?
Well, it's usually like Ryan Garcia has the more advantage of landing the left because his left hand is closer to Davis. But at the same time, Davis can do that little step back and when he throws the left.
Step back counter.
Yeah, right? Step back and catch it with his left when he throws the left hand. But the thing is Ryan's left hook is so fast that it's gonna be hard to do that step back. So it's the distance. So it's kind of like, I think Ryan has the advantage, but I don't know. We got to see how Davidson can get inside and maybe try to work Ryan. Because Ryan does put his chin there a little bit when he throws left hook. Really fast, he throws the right hand left hook. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I just want to see.
I think the same thing as the pick on 5. We talked Joe Gusta, whoever hits who first. Basically, what I'm telling you right now, Ryan's power is real, and the speed is real. And that left hand, and to me, a left hook is the kryptonite for a southpaw. Because everybody's worried about the right hand so much, but it's this one you got to worry about. You start with this one, but you end with this one. And I'm telling you, the left hook, start with this one, end with this one. The left hook is just, when you're in that right angle, it just depends on the angle. The right hand helps you get in that angle for that left to land. And that's the reason I think he's going to hit Gervonta with that left hook. Listen, this is where we're going to see the real Gervonta. If Gervonta is the person they say he is, the fighter they say he is, like Mike Tyson, he's the greatest, whatever. Listen, this is gonna be the one because when Ryan's gonna hit him with the left hook, if he takes that left hook, he's the hands down. I'll say the pound for pound now. Pound for pound. If he takes Ryan's left hook, pound for pound, 100%.
I tell you what, will make us be very surprised if Tank come in the ring and fight like Muhammad Ali. You ain't used to seeing Tank dancing, do you? You don't see Tank doing this, this. You don't see that. Do you see that?
Nah, never.
So why you asking something that we know we don't see?
Well, no, I'm saying like stylistically, like how is Ryan gonna, like how's the fight look? You know?
Ryan, we know he can box. We know he can do the things that he's already displayed. But my observation, looking at both of these fighters and studying even more in the last 3 months before the deal even got done, Tank has been who he has been and been successful, undefeated. Why should he change? And if he change, can he be consistent in that changing? See, changing for a round or two is not changing. Changing because you have to change, because you have to, then changing because you want to is a different type of response mentally. Now, if you look at why would I change something I'm undefeated and I got here by being what? A guy that stalks you, beats you down, break you down first, and then have you have a shootout with him and he looking to get that big punch in spite of you getting your punches in, but he got that cannon to pitch your lights out. Punches is always dangerous, all the way up to their grave or in the grave. So if I'm gonna get in a shootout with you, punch for punch, yeah, the crowd is going crazy. I take a better risk and a better chance on getting clipped with a bigger puncher than my opponent. That has to be neutralized.
So Ryan got to neutralize that punch.
No. Ryan got to neutralize everything that he does, not just one punch. That's making somebody uncomfortable. That's not only in sports, that's in anything. You take a person out of his comfort zone. If they react like they're not supposed to, or they don't feel like they, by their body language and how they respond, it's over. I gotta take you out of your comfort zone.
So Ryan got to do that.
Each guy gotta do that.
So how does Ryan?
This ain't one rule. This ain't one rule.
Well, that's a good question. How does Ryan do that though?
You want me to give up how Ryan take him out of his comfort zone?
Well, okay, speaking of...
This how you figure it out.
Yeah.
You figure it out as the fight come and you watch it. It's not my job to give up my knowledge to the world all the time, but I gave you enough to let you understand that both of these guys have weapons that they must use, or it's gonna be a long night.
I think it's gonna be an amazing fight. You know, you can't count out Ryan and you can't count out Tank. So both of them are hungry. Now it's about who really wants it.
In your opinion, Fernando, what do you think makes the difference in that fight for both of them?
Look, Gervonta's a southpaw. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't seen Ryan fight too many southpaws, so I can't tell you that. Oh, he got it. So we're gonna see how he adjusts. But I think it's gonna be a great fight. Both fighters are great fighters in my books.
I think the last two opponents he's had, Ryan, have been southpaws, Fortuna and Luke Campbell, but he was dropped by Luke Campbell.
Campbell dropped him, so I don't know how. You know, I know that Tank is a power hater, so you know we'll have to see.
For those that are saying that Ryan gets knocked out in the fight, given Gervonta's power, how do you think on the flip side, do you foresee Ryan being able to catch Gervonta with a hook or something big?
Well, you know, look, Ryan is taller than Tank, correct? Like a few inches. Okay, so and then a lot taller, and he has that distance. He has that reach. So I mean, look, I'm not gonna say who I think is gonna win. because I really don't know. I really think it's going to be a great fight for everybody to watch, and I'm going to be watching it myself.
This is the moment to shine. This is the moment to do something special. You know, on this stage against this type of fighter with Gervonta, who is the best, who is undefeated, who is young, who is a lion. It's time to do something special. It's time to step it up. Like I tell people, we haven't seen the best of Gervonta and we haven't seen the best of Ryan. We're going to see the best of both guys April 22nd. That's why this fight is so special.
We talk about, I heard you earlier, kind of talking about high-level chess, dangerous chess, with both guys being so sharp and so dangerous. Yeah. You talked about the first mistake. Elaborate on how those type of mistakes are made. Sure. Though they may be simple, how are they made?
Yeah. Well, they're made when you're frustrated. They're made when you're anxious. They're made when you lose focus. They're made when you get overconfident. You have to stay disciplined. Just like my man, Haney. I love the way he's focused. He's always focused, and he's just always like a cobra. You know, he's always just right there. I can see that in both guys' eyes, you know. With Ryan, with Gervonta, you know, they don't want to lose. They want to be the face of boxing. So they're going to fight hard. We're going to see something special from both guys. You know, something we haven't seen before. Because Gervonta hasn't faced anybody like Ryan, and Ryan hasn't faced anybody like Gervonta, so it's going to be an explosion, my man.
6 through 9, I think Tank going to stop Ryan. About 6 through 9.
What do you think of the comments that Ryan just says, well, if I just have the left hook, that's all I need? And Gervonta says, that's all you have. I'm not worried about that. That's all you have. You don't have the right. You don't have anything else. Right. What do you think about that? Like, do you think Gervonta Davis still needs to stay on his toes, per se, to make sure that he doesn't get caught by anything by Ryan?
I think he don't want to get caught, bro. I think he wants to get caught. He knows Ryan is a dangerous fight. You know, he can talk all the trash he wants, but he knows that's a dangerous fight. But I think Tank is a more complete and skilled fighter. That's just what I believe. You know, like Ryan, like you say, he does have a left hook and stuff like that. And I know he will go improve on different things, the right hand, the jab, different things like that, his inside game. But I just think that, you know, Ryan has to improve on all these things, right? This whole camp, he has to improve on all these things. Tank already has it. So he doesn't have to improve on it. He already has it. So I feel like, I feel Tank is going to beat him. 6 through 9, I see a stoppage.
Rehydration clause. What you thought about that? You know, that was a big topic because, you know, Gervonta said he's bigger than me. Like, he can make it to 170. And if I'm not mistaken, like, I think it's just 10 pounds.
That's something, I ain't gonna lie, that's some bullshit on Tank part because, come on, bro, Tank walked around big. Tank walks around real big too, bro. Like, we saw him out of camp. Tank walks around big too. So that's some bullshit too, you know, but listen, this boxing, bro, it's all about the advantage. Tank is the A side, look like, and so it looked like every advantage you can get, that's what you go take. So, but I definitely think it's a bullshit. Ryan ain't that much bigger than Tank. If they, without them out of camp and stuff like that, I feel like Tank might actually be the bigger person. Like, weight wise, obviously, Ryan is taller, but I feel like Tank is the person, the bigger person.
So I love the fact that both guys are getting in the ring at this point in their career. I think Ryan is a little hasn't really matured enough yet in terms of ability. I think that his ability, he's still got some more steps to take before he is prime. And then I think that Tank definitely is on the brink of his prime. This fight will probably be the fight that takes him into his prime, because we all have experiences in the ring that we may not be expecting, or adjustments we have to make. Once we handle those adjustments, we grow, you know. So but I digress. I think, you know, it's perfect for both guys. I like the fact that Ryan knows what he wants, and not too many fighters get what they want. He is just loud enough, he's smart enough, and you know, he put it together.
When we start talking about big fights on this level, Tank Davis, time after time, it seems like every 3 to 5 months we get in another Tank Davis fight that lasts about 3 years. Like clockwork. Scintillating performances. When I spoke to Leonard Ellerby a while back, Leonard said that he feels like Tank is so much further ahead of Ryan Garcia in the big fight department and in overall in the skills department. But let me ask you this. As one of our most heralded fighters in the last 10 years, you, Showtime, Sean Porter, the rehydration clause, with Tank being what is perceived so far ahead of Ryan skill-wise, why put a rehydration clause on a guy that you are head and shoulders above?
Because I want to stay ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you have the rehydration clause. I mean, if anything, it's intelligent on Tank and his corner's behalf to even try to create that clause. And I think that they know, hey, the longer we can keep him small, the smaller he'll be on fight night. He's going to be big, but the longer we can keep him small, the better for us. You know, so just kind of what you said. Leonard Ellaby said that he's so much further along than Ryan. Well, I give Ryan any leeway, you know. So, and again, you just have to respect Ryan for saying, hey, in order to get this fight made, I'm just going to have to say, okay, not bat an eye, not ask a question, and just move with it, you know. So hopefully, you know, I'm sure he's hoping that it doesn't backfire on him, you know.
Tank is a guy that's been there, become world champion, who has a bigger name or bigger accomplishment than Garcia, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Ryan has good speed, got good height. So it's a matter of Ryan maintaining that control of his speed and distance that makes him win the fight, right? And he has that speed to do it. For Tank, he has to press. He has to press. He has to block, move his head, and counter and get inside. And it's a matter of time where he mentally drains Ryan Garcia. Now, if Garcia is able to persevere and has the discipline to keep that distance, then the fight is going to be very most likely go with him. But if what we see with Ryan in his mental state, if we break that, Tank will most likely break him down. So the fight is interesting.
Yeah, you know, a lot of fans give that credit to Tank Davis. That seems like he's maybe just taking light, maybe he's gonna knock you out, but he breaks you down. He truly breaks you down. We saw that what happened with Hector Luis Sanchez in the fight when he broke him down, knocked him out very bad. You know, what do you also think about the whole situation that happened that Ryan Garcia didn't take quote unquote a tune-up fight and Tank Davis did? Is it good or bad? What's the pros and cons for a fighter? Because,
well, the pros is that he's focused on the fight. The cons is he doesn't have the tune-up to get his body in there, but you don't really need that. You know, I think that with him being young and being eager, it's best for him to focus on the fight with Tank, you know, and not take the tune-up. You know, I think he made a good choice with it when it comes down to that.
I think Davis is favorite, you know, on anybody's list, you know, on anybody's opinion. I think he is favorite, but do I think Ryan has that speed and power to land and hurt him? Yes. So I picked Ryan. I picked Ryan because he's too fast and hits very, very hard. So I know that, you know, like we just talked about, you know, Wilder. It could take 12 rounds, but if he lands, he's gonna hurt you. So same thing with Ryan. You know, he might make it, you know, we might even see a boring fight, but that one punch that he lands could hurt Tank, and vice versa too, because Tank also hits really hard. So it's going to be a very, very question, you know, like a chess match. Let's see who makes the first mistake. But you know, I got to cheer with, you know, my, you know, California boy, you know, Mexican American. So
I can see that.
You know, that's why, you know, that's why I'm cheering for Ryan, and even though Tank's also a great person, nothing but respect when he's seen me when we've met maybe a couple of times. But I gotta go with my boy, you know, Ryan. You know, he's Southern California, he's Mexican American, and not only because of that, because I do think he has a chance with that left hook and that speed.
Talk about the left hook. This will be the last question. Talk about the left hook. Gervonta Davis keeps on saying it. He said that's all he has, and then he said in the press conference twice, that's all you have. You just have the left hook. And then, you know, yesterday at his media workout, Gervonta kept on saying that's all he has because we almost have the same reach. He only has the left hook. I believe that the arsenal of Ryan Garcia is just the left hook, or there's also the speed. And he said you can't change a fighter at this time. He can't hit me with the right. In kind of those quotations,
you know,
that
he could say that, and he could be right about it. But you know, left hook, even if it's the left hook, the only thing that he's got a fucking strong left hook. So you got to be careful. You know, everybody talks about Wilder only has that straight right hand. That's all. everybody says that's all Wilder has, but he lands it. He's still so if all his opponents know that that's all he's got, then why is he still dropping them? So fucking trained not to get hit by the right hand, and he's still landing it, right? Even Fury himself has been dropped, you know, a few times, you know, by Wilder because he's got power. So you know he's got power, so then avoid it. You know, there's, you know, in 12 rounds, anybody could land a punch. So if it's just the left hook that he's got, well, I think Tank still has to be careful. Still has to be very careful of that left hook.
It's a classic style makes fight type of fight. Both guys are fast. I tend to believe that Tank is hitting harder, but according to Ryan, he's hitting harder with the left hook. So we're going to have to see what happens there when that happens. And as Tank said, what happens when the left hook doesn't work. So we're working on that as well. There's a lot of things that I've seen in Tank that I haven't seen since I had an opportunity to work with a guy of that level, which is Sean. And Tank is a ultra-talented athlete. He really is.
Do you see this fight ending in knockout for sure, 110%?
I believe it will. Yeah. I believe it will. I believe that Tank wins this fight by knockout. Yes, I do. I believe that Ryan has the ability to box Tank and give Tank a much more harder fight than he's ever had before, and has the ability to get out ahead on the scorecards and try to protect that lead. So that's one of the things that I'm imploring to Tank's coaches. Kenny Ellis doing an excellent job, and again, Calvin Ford doing an excellent job. But I'm also saying, hey guys, you know, we got to watch that he doesn't get behind here, and they're aware of these type of things and changing the strategy just a little bit. I don't have anything to do with that, but just want to make sure that they're aware of some of these things that, you know, this guy might try to get out to a lead and try to protect that lead, you know. And so we don't want to be trying to come from too far behind to get a knockout.
Tank and Ryan, man. What do you think about that fight?
Putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
I got Ryan.
You got Ryan? Yeah, all right. Why Ryan? What do you see there?
Because I've seen him in the gym. You know, he's not just that pretty boy everyone thinks he is. You know, he's Paul's got Tank. I got Ryan.
How does he win that?
He's a fast, but also he's got power in his shots.
Yeah.
I can see them power in his shots, and I can see Tank winning too, but you know, I'm leaning towards Ryan.
If he were to win, how does he win in your opinion?
It's gonna be a knockout.
Who? Tank?
Either Tank or Ryan.
Or Ryan. You don't think Ryan goes?
That fight does not go 12 rounds.
Yeah.
That fight does not go 12 rounds. They both carry a punch. We see what Tank's been doing, going up to 147 and dropping guys left and right. Tank's a monster as well. But I just see Ryan. Ryan fights very well with southpaws and that reach advantage. And I don't know if Tank got that reach advantage to catch him. But, you know, Tank has been doing his thing. Tank's a hell of a fighter. I can see that fight going either way.
Now we're all excited for it. You know, I just feel a lot of people aren't giving Ryan credit.
They're not giving Ryan credit. I feel like they're looking at him as an influencer, as a TikToker, as a YouTuber. He's a jet. Ryan can hit. Ryan's fast. So I'm leaning a little bit more to Ryan's.
Have you felt his power in the gym? You guys sparred?
No, I never sparred.
I was going to say, like, you're talking
No,
like
but I've seen him. I've
he's
seen him.
cracked you before something.
No. I'll crack him.
You know,
no, Ryan's.
I know, we know you're playing around.
Ryan, I've seen him knock out a lot of
people in the gym.
If there's someone who I've seen that knocked out several people in the gym, it's him.
It's Ryan.
Yeah.
Coach, earlier, as we drift back to the fight, you told me off camera that you did not want Tank to knock out Ryan Garcia, that you wanted 12 long rounds of agony and punishment because you really wanted to find out if Ryan Garcia really wanted to fight. Can you elaborate on that, please?
Well, you've seen every time Tank knocks somebody out, they want a rematch. It was a lucky punch. I want Tank to punish them so they can sit there and say, man, I don't even want to, do I really want to box anymore? Because I'm trying to send a message to the others. Stop playing with us. We humble people. You know what I'm saying? When the time comes, them fights are going to be made. I said in the last press conference in L.A., this fight right here is making all the others what? Fight. You start seeing big announcements now. because the fighters, they want to fight. You know what I'm saying? But it's a process behind everything. So just be patient. Stop calling people out, you know, and whatnot. If y'all got a honest, legit beef, that's normal. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, get your people, I call them the heads to be, to make the fight. And then let the public hear that there's been an announcement that the fight is being what? Made. Then we know it's real. Instead of all that woo, 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 you know what I'm saying? Don't take your time. Take your time. It's a process that we didn't get here overnight. We grind. You heard Tank said it. We don't ask for the big fights. You know what I'm saying? We did what we was told because we was company people. Now it's our turn.
Prediction for 16 days from now, Saturday night?
I'm looking for punishment. Can you withstand? Can you withstand? That's all I'm going to say. Can you withstand?
A little rendition on New Edition, Can You Stand the Pain and Not the Rain?
Right. You said it. You said it. Can you stand? I want to see how bad you want this. You asked for this. You called upon this. You know what I'm saying? We understand the significance of when you call on something, when you pray for something, when you want something. I understand the degree behind that, and that's what he did. I went back. I don't watch the fights. I watch where your mindset set at. Do you truly believe that you really wanted this fight?
In your estimation, does Ryan Garcia believe that he really wants this fight, or is he just simply in over his head and trapped now?
He made it happen, he said. He said he did everything. He's doing everything to made it to this point. Come April the 22nd, we will see.
I really like this matchup because it's not such a quick, oh, this person's going to win. Oh, this person's going to win. Like, they both bring a lot of skill to the table, a lot of experience. They both have, you know, their assets that they have. You know, Ryan Garcia is tall, he's lean, you know, he's got the reach, he's got the height. On paper, that should be someone like Gervonta, but Gervonta is just vicious when it comes to that knockout power. So he knows how to close that space and get in and catch you. And so I love a fight like this. I love a fight where you don't necessarily know who's going to win off the bat. It's just really about who goes in there and performs. Gervonta is good at closing that space and catching his opponents. I really think that Garcia, although he has the ability to box and stay on the outside and he's strong and skilled and fast, he's going to have to be able to have a perfect fight. He's going to have to do that for 12 rounds straight and be very disciplined and on his A game, which, you know, he can do. That's on him. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. I'm not really, I can't tell you exactly who's going to win that fight. I can just tell you that it's going to be a good one, and we'll see who uses their assets to their best ability.
I'm really risk my soul for this. I'm really risk my life. I'm going in there. One thing I could definitely guarantee him, it won't be easy. If he thinks he's gonna just come in and throw a couple punches, I'm gonna fold. He got nothing coming from. He doesn't understand this type of hunger, this type of fire. He just doesn't know. This doesn't come. This is not normal. I'm ready to destroy him. I'm not gonna let myself lose this fight. I don't care if I'm tired. I don't care nothing. He's gonna really have to put me to sleep in order to even get me off him. I'm hitting him with hard shots the whole fight. I'm coming to knock him out. That's it.
7 on 8th round. 7 on 8th round.
Why 7-8?
Because figure him out a little bit, and then I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna get to the point on this fight. We're getting straight to the point. This one show him he ain't that person.
Would it surprise you if he came out trying to bully you?
He ain't gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. That's one thing he's not gonna do.
So is it safe, Tank, to say that the mindset is on steamrolling Ryan Garcia on the 27th?
No, not steamrolling him. Not
steamrolling him
a little bit. Yeah, just I don't know. It just he said all this stuff on some interview or some shit. He was saying like how he ain't leaving the ring unless he takes something. Like, all right, take this ass whooping. That's what he's gonna take.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.